Hi everybody, Brian from Steeda, spotlighting our adjustable rear end links for the Ford Focus ST. Don't be fooled by their tiny stature. The rear end links for the Focus ST are hugely important, and really for a couple of reasons, especially the adjustability aspect of the Steeda end links. Let's jump into this a little bit more. The Focus ST is such a great performer right from the factory, but just like most North American cars, the manufacturer, Ford obviously in this case, had to dial out some of the natural oversteer in the car. Any hot hatch wants to be thrown around corners, and the reality is if you're understeering, that's no good. So generally speaking, most of you have installed a larger rear sway bar on the car. And the factory end links will get the job done in that they'll connect the control arm to the rear sway bar, but if you've lowered the car as well, there's no adjustability to set that rear sway bar back to the same angle or back to the original geometry that it was when the car was at the factory ride height. This is what necessitates the adjustability of the Steeda rear end links. So the adjustability of the rear end links is important because it allows you to maintain that geometry. The geometry of the sway bar, or the angles of those arms, directly relates to the performance of the sway bar. And for those of you running a stiffer rear sway bar, well, you want to use the full benefits of that sway bar. So these will allow you to, again, if the car is lowered, adjust the length of the end links to set up the sway bar angle to exactly as it was stock when the car is at the original ride height. Now it's also important for those of you that installed an adjustable rear sway bar, because as you change the position on the rear sway bar, you may need to lengthen or shorten the end link. With the stock end links, you simply don't have that option. So again, here we are with the Steeda adjustable rear end links. Building on that adjustability one step further, we provide two different sets of bushings for the rear end links. We offer the black polyurethane set that's softer and more for street driving, as well as the red polyurethane bushings that are stiffer, more for, again, race setup. So if you're looking for really quick transitions, for those of you autocrossing the car or attending track days, you can go to the red bushings. For those of you driving the car on the street, daily commuting, but want a little bit more spirited behavior out of the back of the car when you're going through the twisties, well, you can put in the black, and again, still getting the performance, but not quite as stiff as the red bushings. Finally, another aspect to the adjustability is that you're actually able to take out any preload on the rear sway bar. No car is perfect, no car is square, and if you've corner balanced the car on coilovers, we already know that the ride heights are going to be slightly different left to right. So what you're able to do with the adjustable end links is set one to one length and then adjust the other so that the sway bar is completely neutral at static ride height. This is important so that there's no artificial spring rate into the bar, meaning that the rear of the car is not going to hop out one direction or the other depending on bumps. It will be square and true and handle the same way left as it does right. That way nice and predictable and, well, ultimately faster. Another reason these are of benefit over the factory end links is the quality of construction and the materials utilized. The collars are made of aircraft grade billet aluminum, and we anodize it blue for corrosion resistance. Of course, we use high grade hardware and plated at that for additional corrosion resistance, and naturally back these with our lifetime warranty against manufacturer defect. Furthermore, we proudly manufacture these in the USA at our Valdosta, Georgia facility. Now, if you'd like to stay linked with what we're doing and how we're putting these through the paces with our own Focus ST, as well as our other cars, definitely follow us on social media. If you'd like to learn more about these and some of the other items that we offer, visit Steeda.com. If you enjoyed the content of this video, definitely click like and share with other Focus fanatics out there, because we know there's plenty of you. And most importantly, subscribe so that you get notifications of upcoming videos. We know you're every bit as enthusiastic as we are, so we thank you so much for watching. Steeda, where speed matters.